Could it be that Grigory Rasputin was truly invincible? Was he a mere mortal or a being of mythical proportions, cloaked in an impenetrable aura of invincibility and mystery? We are met with the daunting gaze of a man, peering through the veil of reality, a gaze that belonged to a humble peasant who rose to become a spiritual counselor. The name Rasputin, shrouded in an eerie fog of supernatural tales, echoes with whispers of miraculous healing powers, prophetic visions, and an unbelievable defiance of death. The question hangs heavily in the air. Was he a saint or a demon? His powerful sway over the Russian royal family sparks an unsettling curiosity. Was he a beacon of hope or a cunning puppeteer? His death, as confounding and peculiar as his life, weaves a tantalizing tale of the unfathomable, inviting us to delve deeper into the enigmatic existence of Rasputin. Born into a peasant family in Siberia, Russia, in 1869, Rasputin's early life was far from extraordinary. In the vast wilderness of Siberia, where the winters are harsh and the summers fleeting, young Grigory Rasputin was a typical child of his time and place. He had no formal education, spending his days working the fields with his family, immersed in the harsh reality of rural life. At the tender age of 18, Rasputin's life took a significant turn. He married Praskovya Dubrovina, a local girl from his village. They would eventually have 3 children together. Yet domestic life did not entirely quench Rasputin's thirst for something more, something spiritual. In his early 20s, a pilgrimage to the St. Nicholas Monastery marked a profound change in Rasputin. It triggered a spiritual awakening, and he returned home a transformed man. He devoted his life to religion, often praying and meditating for hours on end. He claimed to have visions and healing powers, slowly carving a reputation as a mystic and a holy man. His intense eyes and charismatic persona drew people towards him, and soon his fame began to spread beyond his small village. Rasputin was no longer just a peasant. He had become a self-proclaimed holy man, a healer who could supposedly cure the sick with his prayers. His transformation was drastic and to some miraculous, but this was only the beginning. Rasputin, the Siberian peasant, was on a path that would lead him to the palaces of the Russian royals, the heart of power, and into the annals of history. His spiritual journey was marked by controversy and intrigue. His unconventional ways and the rumors surrounding him raised eyebrows. Yet his charisma and supposed spiritual powers made him a figure of fascination, drawing people from all walks of life towards him. The journey from an ordinary peasant to a self-proclaimed holy man was just the beginning of Rasputin's extraordinary life. A life marked by power, controversy, and an end as dramatic as the man himself. Rasputin's charisma and alleged healing powers soon caught the attention of the Russian royals. Now, this wasn't a casual acquaintance that was formed over tea. No, Rasputin found himself drawn into the heart of the Russian monarchy. The Tsarina Alexandra was a woman beset by worry. Her son Alexei was afflicted by hemophilia, a condition that could turn a minor scrape into a life-threatening situation. The doctors of the time were at their wits' end, unable to provide any effective treatment. Imagine the desperation of a mother watching her son suffer, powerless to help. Rasputin, a man of the people, a holy man, or so he was believed to be. He claimed to have the ability to heal, and when he was called upon to help the young Tsarevich during one of his episodes, something extraordinary happened. Alexei improved. Was it a miracle? Was it the power of suggestion? Or was it simply a coincidence? The answers to these questions are lost to the sands of time. What we do know, however, is that this event marked the beginning of Rasputin's close relationship with the Russian royal family. He became a trusted advisor, particularly to Tsarina Alexandra. Some say he held a mesmerizing sway over her, whispering advice into her ear that would then shape the policies of the Tsar himself. Rasputin, a simple man from the Siberian plains, was now an influential figure in one of the most powerful empires of the world. His unconventional methods, his reported debauchery, and his increasing political influence did not sit well with the Russian nobility or the church. The whispers of dissent began to grow into a roar. Rasputin's influence over the royal family grew, but so did the controversy surrounding him. And as we shall see, this controversy would ultimately lead to his downfall. With influence comes controversy, and Rasputin was no stranger to it. He was not just a holy man. He was a figure who strode the corridors of power, whispering into the ears of those who held the fate of Russia in their hands. His lifestyle, far removed from the asceticism you'd expect of a holy man, raised more than a few eyebrows. Rasputin was known for his indulgences, his fondness for women, and his penchant for strong drink. Rumors swirled around him like a dark, insidious cloud, stories of debauchery, of wild parties, and immoral behavior. He was also said to have had an undue influence on political decisions. His closeness to the royal family, especially to Tsarina Alexandra, led many to believe that he was the power behind the throne. This belief was not entirely unfounded. Rasputin did have the Tsarina's ear, and was known to have advised her on matters of state. His involvement in politics, a domain traditionally reserved for the nobility and the educated, was a bitter pill to swallow for many. The public's growing resentment towards Rasputin was fueled not just by his lifestyle or his political influence, but also by the perception that he was exploiting his position for personal gain. Stories of Rasputin accepting bribes, of him using his influence to secure favors, were rife. His reputation as a holy man was in tatters, his image as a power-hungry manipulator firmly established in the public's mind. The controversies surrounding Rasputin were not just a reflection of his personal failings or his political ambitions. They were a symptom of a deeper malaise, a growing discontent with the monarchy and the way the country was being run. Rasputin, with his unchecked influence and his scandalous lifestyle, became a symbol of everything that was wrong with the system. The controversies surrounding Rasputin set the stage for a dramatic end. The year 1916 marked the end of Rasputin's tumultuous life, but not without a final touch of mystery. As the year drew to a close, the courtiers and nobles, who had grown weary and wary of Rasputin's influence, decided to take matters into their own hands. Prince Felix Yusupov, along with a group of co-conspirators, invited Rasputin to his palace under the pretense of a late-night gathering. Rasputin, known for his fondness of social gatherings, accepted the invitation. The night of December 29th turned out to be Rasputin's last. Yusupov and his accomplices had planned a meticulous assassination, starting with poisoned cakes and wine. Yet, Rasputin seemed to defy death, showing no ill effects from the poison. A baffled Yusupov then shot him, but Rasputin survived, leading to a desperate and violent struggle that ended only when Rasputin was shot several more times and finally dumped into the icy Neva River. The rumors surrounding Rasputin's death were as wild and far-fetched as those that had surrounded his life. Stories circulated that he had been poisoned, shot, beaten, and drowned, yet his autopsy revealed water in his lungs, suggesting that he had indeed been alive when he hit the frigid water. This led to whispers of his alleged invincibility, and some even claimed that his eyes were open when his body was found, a sign that he had finally met his end only beneath the ice. Rasputin's death, like his life, was shrouded in mystery. Despite the efforts to erase him from history, his memory lingers, casting a long shadow over the final days of the Russian Empire. He remains a symbol of the excesses and decay of a regime on the brink of collapse. Some see him as a holy man, others a dangerous charlatan. But there's no denying his impact on Russian history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.